Good morning, team. Today's message is going to be a little different because I'm actually going to ask you to do something. I'm asking you all first to take out a pen and a paper because we're going to use our brains. We're going to brainstorm some ideas of who could use our services, who may want to buy or sell real estate. I'm going to read from you this list to help you start thinking. You're writing down names or writing down ideas. You can do this while looking at your database or while looking at your Facebook page or by scrolling through your phone. But let's really put on our thinker hats, our thinking cap, and find out who we can get out here and help, who may actually need our services. The first thing is you want to think about who has had an increase in family size in the past year. Who's had a new baby, who's adopted, who's had to move their mother or father-in-law in with them because of health reasons. Next, who has children under 10? Children 10 and under are starting to get older. They may need to switch schools. They're not babies. They don't need to be in a small room anymore. They may need a larger room. What about teenage children? It may be time for another move because of the school change, because of sports-related activities, or because the parents know that the teenage children will be leaving home pretty soon. And that's the other thing. Who does have children who have left home pretty soon? What about empty nesters? What about children that left to go to college but are back now because of our current conditions and will be staying at home? So maybe their families need a larger house when they thought that they could downsize. What about families that may now be living above their means because their job situations have changed? Maybe they're self-employed and they own restaurants or retail businesses that we know that we hope that are surviving, but may not be making the same money that they were before. What about anybody that's lived in the same house for 7 years or more? We know the average is 7 years in a house. It goes up and down depending on the market. But consistently over time, people live in one house in the same house for 7 years. So if you go through your list and select just the people that have lived in their house for 7 years or more, you're getting hotter as far as finding someone who may be ready to move. What about people whose company has expanded in the past year or whose company has downsized? If they've expanded, there may be more job opportunities. They may actually be able to refer you to new people moving in town. If the companies have downsized, we have the other issue, but these people may need you as well to sell their house, to relocate. What about people that have received a substantial inheritance? People who own a building lot, that's an interesting one. A lot of us own lots, or people own land that they haven't done anything with and they're just not sure what to do with, and maybe you could help them with that process. What about people that are getting married or are just recently married? Well, just after a wedding would be a great time for a new couple to start looking for a house. What about people that are getting divorced or are recently divorced? They usually do have to sell a house that they may have had together and maybe purchasing houses individually. What about people with a dream to have investment property, to actually be able to have a property to generate cash flow so one day they don't have to work so hard, they'll have income coming in? Or what about people that have a dream to live anywhere? So anybody that wants to be a homeowner, that wants to be involved in real estate, those people are always looking to move and sell. So I just want you guys to use your pencil, see if you can brainstorm at least 10 people that would fall in these categories, and reach out today and see what you can do to be of service. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.